Welcome, this is Joshua Benoist in Autodesk Product Support. We're on video 12, where we're talking about beveled takeoffs and how they look different between 2008 and newer versions. And here's a problem statement. Pause this if you need to read that. Okay, so picking up where we left off. Our framework's broken here, and we need to do something to make sure that when this dimension is stretched, the 6 changes to a 9 or a 10 or whatever, that these stay perpendicular. So we need to add some constraints or dimensions, and there's probably more than one way to do this. If I add a dimension, an angle, and say the angle between these lines are going to be 90 degrees, well, I know later on I might want to put an angle between this line and that line, so it would start to get real crowded in here, and I'm actually kind of thinking that the constraints is the right way to go. So if we click on perpendicular, select first geometry, select second geometry, and bingo, it made those perpendicular. And this broke. So our next goal is going to be right click on here and say add constraints, perpendicular, and it says select first geometry, select second, and it straightened that one out. So let's add a dimension here, a horizontal one, between here and here, and I'm going to put that down low, and I'm going to call that one 2 for now. Okay, so let's add some more dimensions. Let's add a vertical one this time between here and here. We'll put that dimension over here, and we'll call that 6. Good. So this line here moved downwards, and this adjusted. It did not break. If you ever see these lines breaking off of those points, it's a break. It's broken. So we've constrained it, we've dimensioned it. We may want to know this angle here, but we don't have to because we've got this dimension and this one. I try not to use angles as much as possible because if I want things to stay perpendicular here, then angles can sometimes break more important angles. And so anyway, just keep that in mind when you're making things. Now we need to dimension our profiles up here. So right click and say add dimension, and we'll say vertical from there to there. Enter dimension value. I'm just going to say 2. We don't need to make these big. We just need to have a shape. And add dimension. This one is going to be horizontal from here to here. Put it up there. We'll call that one 3. And add dimension. And this is going to be a diameter one. We're going to pick that guy and put him right there. And it doesn't allow me to specify a diameter like these other ones. It allowed me the opportunity to type in a value. This one doesn't. Doesn't matter. These are just profiles. And we're actually going to specify the allowable dimensions down here. These values, like 3 and 2, they're just for looks, just to keep our model consistent over here. They won't actually apply to anything in model space. So now let's start making some modifiers here. We're going to say